Hey. Can you guys hear me? Martina?
I can hear you now.
Good. Let's wait for the others. I think they're a little bit late.
Okay.
Oh God, not going to work. Oh.
I sad čujem nešto.
Ja čujem tebe.
Fuck, ajde bok.
Bok Sabina, bok Ana, ne znam ko je još ovdje.
Bok.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Just let's wait a little bit more and then we start, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Just 2 minutes, then we can start.
Halo, Fran. ja sam ušla, čekaj, odi na nov link. Da, poslano ti je u mail.
Mirta, di si?
Tu sam.
Mirta,
Molim.
šta je ovo?
Ko
Je
je?
to soba, šta je to?
Kaj?
Jesi.
Kaj? Kako su svi zbuljeni ovdje?
Ne kužim, ne čujem je, te niš.
Ne znam, pitam kaj je to soba, kaj je to, zid? Šta radiš ti?
Kaj si to?
Ti na mobitelu?
Nemoj ni zatvarati.
Vita, evo Vita. Hej.
Hi, Ana.
Hey, hey, Vita.
Jesi. Ne, nisi otišao. Jesi otišao treći link?
Jel to Fran ne može naći?
Da.
Okay,
Na Hangout, jel viš dole?
Did everybody hear me? You hear me?
Joj, Ileana, krenemo, joj, fuck, čekaj.
Guys, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So to make it easier, I will ask you all to mute your microphone, and just when you want to speak, you put it on, so we don't get a lot of sounds coming.
Okay.
Amazing. So first, welcome to the first education, virtual education of MEC Zeal. Today, this one I thought about it because it's the first time we're doing project manager based process this year in Isaac, Croatia. And then, well, I would like to meet you all and see how things are going and how you're feeling about managing your team. So before we start, I will ask you just to say your name, what project you're going to handle, and then we shall see, because I know some of you, but not all. So just so I can situate myself.
Can we wait a little bit more because Fran is trying to connect with us?
I'm sorry? Can you repeat, please?
Can we wait a little bit more because Franz is trying to connect with us, but he is not successful yet.
Okay, yeah, I can wait, yes, no problem.
Wait, I'll call him.
Okay.
Ajmo opet. Jesi u mailu? Uh, 4. Ok, ajde, šaljem ti link. Čekaj, na Fejsu, jesi na Fejsu? Jesi. Mi smo već krenuli, sad sam tražila da stanemo, ajde, požuri. Evo. 4. Jesi, ok, ajde reći da si ovdje. Ćao.
Yes, I'm here.
Na Fejsu, jesi na Fejsu?
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so can we start? Are we missing someone? There's 2 missing, but let's start, otherwise a bit too late. Just ask you guys to mute your phone, the ones that just arrived, so just don't get a lot of sounds. And then when you want to speak, you can. So just to start, I was asking everybody to say.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, guys. He has the microphone on. Okay, so can we start? Mariana, can you mute your phone, please? Your microphone, please, because it's hard to just ask you guys to mute. Okay, thank you. Okay, so just to start, I was explaining that I don't know all of you yet. So if you could just say, I can see your name, but your name, which project you're going to handle. So if ICX, OGX, and what is it? And which LC you come from, okay? So we all get to know each other and also know where you guys come from, because I don't know, I'm not good with names, sorry. So one by one can start, whoever wants, and then we can move on.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm Vita. I'm from IG Pula, and I am the coordinator of Educosi project in ICX.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm Martina, and I'm from IG Pool also, and I'm coordinator of World in the City and a part of ICX.
Great. Guys.
Okay, I'm Fran. I'm from LC Zagreb. I work in ICX and I'm the manager for World and City in Zagreb.
Okay, I'm Mariana and I'm from ICX in Osijek, and I'm manager of project reaction and non-reaction in Osijek.
Okay, I'm Mirta. I'm from LC Zagreb, and I am a project manager for internal marketing in GIP.
Okay, I'm Anna. I'm from LC Zagreb, and I am middle manager in OGCDP.
Okay, we are missing.
My name is Sabina, ICX Zagreb, and project Discover Zagreb.
My name is Patricia. I'm from LC Zagreb, and I'm the middle manager in OGP.
Okay. Great, thank you guys. I don't promise I will remember all your names because I'm really bad at that, but I'll try my best. So just so you guys understand what we're gonna do today is you guys are gonna have members. If you already don't have them, you're gonna have them after LTS. And you'll be responsible for their experience in Isaac, responsible to lead them. So today we're going to talk about how we're going to do this in a way that actually going to have you as a good experience, and you're going to develop your team management skills. And at the same time, your member be developing whatever he wants to develop in Isaac and continue in the organization. Okay? I will share with you my screen, and then if you have anything to add, like I won't be able to see the chat. So if you have any question, just unmute and then ask, okay? And then if I cannot answer that time because we'll be later, I'll explain and then we'll move on. Everybody agree? Good.
Yeah.
If I say something you don't understand because of different English accents and whatever, if I speak too fast, which I tend to do when I get excited about something, just say, Anna, slow down, or Anna, I didn't understand, and I will repeat, okay? Yep, so let's start. Let me just share my screen with you guys. So, hopefully it works. Is everybody seeing this?
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Good. So I don't know if you guys saw this already with your VPTM, but I'm going to go through it more, focus on your experience as project manager or middle manager or whatever you're going to call it. And then hopefully you guys are going to have, by the end of this, a better idea of how to successfully lead your team. Okay? So first thing, how do you start a project? Until the last semester, here at Croatia, we're running everything mostly by process, which means we had different teams or one team dealing with everything, and then I will see delivery to actually deliver the ICX or follow-up of OJX. With this semester, we shift to project-based, which means one PM with his team will see all the project from the beginning of planning and all of that until the end of delivery, to the last intern leaves Croatia or the intern or the EP goes abroad and concludes his experience. So I know we're in the middle of October, so I'll be talking about plan with you guys. You probably know your plan. You have all idea of what you're supposed to be doing it, where you're gonna do it, and everything. But your newbies that will be joining you this weekend by Pula or next weekend for all the rest of you, they don't know it. So it's not just up to your VP, but to you to show the plan of your project and just the department itself. Explain to them each step, how they're going to do it, why you're going to do it, and how you're going to track them, okay? Make sure they understand everything, why they have to call people, why they have to send emails, or how to have fulfill tracking tools, or all the stuff you do it that seems boring or not necessary, but it is, we know it is. So on this step is when you make them feel part of the planning. Not just something imposed to them, but also they can co-create with it and understand. Bear in mind, they are newbies. So the slangs we use in Isaac or things we are used to saying like KPIs, MEOs, or deadlines, everything, sometimes they don't know it. So you also are responsible for teach them those slangs and everything to make sure they understand all the process of plan. Okay? But this is okay. Everybody, I think I understand how to do it. And then just explanation. I can send this material for you guys later. Just remember that plan is not something you do in the beginning of your project or you show to newbies and that's it. You never review again. You should open your plan with PO every day with them. They also should have this behavior to see where you guys are, where you guys should be doing, where you should go, and what's missing or how to fix it. So a well-done plan by you, by your VP, and a well plan that they understand your members, it helps you when you have something goes wrong. So when you have a fuck up going on, you know how to fix it faster because you are trying to follow, you have a plan in place. Okay? Am I going too fast? No. Okay, no answer. I agree. I think it's not.
You're fine.
Okay, yeah. I'm going fast on this part because the team management itself is coming away. So this is just to make sure you're all aligned. JDs. I know some people think it is boring, something unnecessary, but when you apply for any job in any company, any organization, you apply because they describe to you what you're supposed to do, how long you're gonna work, if you're gonna get salary or not, what your events you need to go, what kind of trainings you need, what kind of development you're going to have, what kind of skills you need to have to apply for that. Why should it be different in Isaac? So you are the one responsible to write down the JD for each of your members. Okay? It's not your VP, it's not your LCP, it's not your MECVP responsible, it's you. How you do it? Well, you have, I hope you have, a JD of what your role is supposed to be. From that, you take out what your member is going to do. So the basic criteria is you're going to have to write down the minimum working hours per week. So usually, let's say between 10 hours a week, your member should be working for Isaac. These 10 hours, they're not physical. Of course, we know that's not possible. It's virtually wherever they do it. Between the LC meetings, team meetings, and all this stuff, they also can work virtually to conclude these 10 hours. You can say, oh, they don't work 10 hours, they work more than 10 hours. This is a minimum, is an average you use, just so they have an idea of what they expect of them as a member. Then you have to put what the events they need to attend. So LC meetings, team meetings, LTS, virtual events or educations, national conference. Don't put national conference, but if you feel like you need it, just see what's on your JD and transfer that to the members, okay? And also based on the national membership criteria. Ask your VPTM if you don't know about them. He can share with you. And then there's the jobs. So write down everything you think he will need to do it. If you're not sure he's going to do it, put it there, just to be on the safe side. Why? Because when you explain to your member, which you have to do also, what is his JD, he's going to ask what kind of these jobs are, what tasks are they, and you're going to explain to them. And then he'll know what they expect of him in terms of performance. If he's not there and you ask him to do later, he might question you, okay, well, no one told me I was supposed to know this, so I'm not going to do it, or don't want to do it. So on the JD is a kind of contract. You're not going to sign it, but it's a way of make sure they align with what they should be doing in the role they have now in Isaac. So put everything you think is possible, okay? And then minimum competency needed for the performance of the job. For newbies, there's not much mystery. It's just being a newbie. We don't request that anyone has amazing skills in any kind of criteria. They just need to pass the selection process and be a member of Isaac. And then skills and competency development. This you can take out again for your JD. Of course, they're not going to develop at the same level as you guys as project managers, because you are running the project itself. But some of the skills you guys are going to develop, they're going to do it also, but it's in a lower level. Okay? And then also very important, because you're going to have to track these people on performance and if they're delivering or not, KPIs, MEOs of their role. So they know what you expect of them in productivity and how you're going to track them. Okay? It's very simple, guys. There's no mystery. There's nothing like a formula to do it. You can write down any way you want. Some LCs have a model. Just ask your VPTM. And you can ask your VP to look it up to see if it's good. Just make sure it's done before your member start working with you. So guys from Pula, you got new members Monday. So have it done by Monday. Okay? The rest of you guys have until not next week, the end of next week to be done. Just make sure it is done. Then your VP look at it, that's signed, and then you can send to your VPTM. Okay? Questions? Do you guys understand why it's important for them to have a JD?
Yes.
Okay. If you guys don't answer, it'll be really weird this because it is. I'm trying to pass something to you guys, but also try to answer, communicate. Otherwise, it'll be just me talking. I don't know if you guys are there or not. Okay. Moving on. Then you have. Now we start actually the part of I really want you guys to pay attention to is team. Okay. Which means how you create a team with your members. So in Isaac, we have a few events for that, but that it doesn't stop on that, okay? So before I go this, It's proven that in Isaac, because it's a volunteer work and we don't get paid for it, the only way you're actually gonna make your members do their job and perform if they feel they are part of something, that they actually are contributing to something bigger and something that their results, their work is relevant. And that starts with a feeling of a team. So they're not there just to do your easy job or the boring job. They actually are in Isaac because they want to develop something. And you, as their leader, is responsible to help them get there. And you, as their leader, is responsible to make sure they feel like part of a team, where they all can help each other to develop it also. Okay? When I mean team here, I just don't mean you with your members, but for example, people from ICX, all of you, both project managers, with your members, with your VP, you're also a team. So not just your small project team, but your department team needs to have this kind of relationship, okay? So the events you're gonna have with them as soon as they enter Isaac is team building. I know when I got here in Croatia, people told me team building, it was usually something you guys go watch a movie, go drink, go party, go do whatever. But that's not precisely what team building is. It is part of it, but not all of it. So here is a model of agenda, because yes, it's an event, usually one day, where you create the base of this team, okay? So you do a get to know each other, not just like names and something funny, actually get to know your members, because this will help you how to work with them on the long run. So know the history, why they enter Isaac, what they want from it, how they feel like are in the team, or everything you can think about it. Expectation setting, so not just for the day itself, but what they expect from you as a leader, and what you expect from them as a member, and so on. What they expect from Isaac, for the EB, for the project managers, for the MC, anything you can align them to make sure you guys know what should be achieved during the period of your working together. Then team ID. So vision, mission, ID of the team, who you guys want to be, how you want to be recognized by your LC and by the plenary. So let's say you guys want to be the best ICX in Isaac Croatia. So you're going to build something around that, a motto, a vision to work for that. Not just for your goals, but to achieve this as a team. Yes? Someone open the mic. Okay. And then you go on to
Anna.
Yes.
Sorry. Vita, tell her.
Okay. I don't know about others, but I can't see if you are changing slides or something. It's just frozen on the first slide. I can't see anything that you are doing.
Guys, you should have told me that before. Wait,
yeah.
Now.
Okay. Now I can see it.
Okay.
But can you try switching it?
Can you see now?
Yes. Okay. Now it's good.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Tell me that. I told you I cannot see the chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
I cannot see it.
No, it's totally. I'm listening, but I was missing the visuals. Okay, thank you.
I went to plan, and then here's just like a few points out. Everything I told you guys. JD, the same thing. What you need to be done there, and then now you're in team. Okay. And then here's the model of the agenda, and then I was talking about team ID, and now I went to what's our plan. Everybody on the same page?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So on this team builder, you also show your plan presentation and see if everybody understands what's the flow, what they're supposed to be doing, how they're gonna work with each other, how they're gonna work with the synergies, marketing, ER, TM, finance, and how they're gonna work as a team itself. Okay, and then you do closing, have fun. Then you can go for movies, drinking, party, whatever. Which is really important because it also is part of bonding as a team. Bear in mind that this team building is not just to you and your members, it's the whole department. You can do it just with your 3, 4, 5 members, but it should be done also the whole ICX team, the whole OGX team, okay? So, because you are working for the same purpose in the end. This should be done as soon as they enter Isaac. All of your VPTMs are going to track it that this happens. Okay, so probably in the next few weeks is gonna happen this, and then okay, wait. By end of November or maximum beginning of Jan, you should have a team days. Okay, what's the difference between team building and team days, and why it's still important for you as a leader, as a management of your team? Is that touch points? Because I know you guys are gonna have weekly meetings with them. You're gonna have calls, gonna work together, gonna go to LC meetings, events, all the stuff. But usually we never stop to analyze and evaluate the work that has been done and see if you're on the right path. Sorry. And if you are still aligned all as a team to the same purpose. And that's why these days are happening. So the first one, the team building, you're supposed to just build this team, this base, so that you can start working. On team days, the difference is you're not going to build a team again. You don't need to make vision, ID, get to know each other. It's pretty much evaluate how you guys are doing. So, okay, we're right end of November. We are right pretty much, hopefully everything's ready to deliver of the projects. What was wrong? What was right? What we need to change so we can actually deliver a good experience to all interns that are coming to Croatia and to all EPs that are traveling to wherever they're going on the winter. Feedback. It's time to, because something Isaac is really important is give this feedback. We always say that in Isaac we do it, but when you stop to think about it, we hardly actually give good constructive feedback to our members or to our friends that are working with us. So this moment you stop and you do it. To each member, some whatever feedback, be constructive, positive, whatever, to make sure you're all developing. You all can learn something for it. Okay? Then education. If you feel that something you need to educate your members, you and your VP, okay, maybe they are missing some kind of part of the flow. They don't understand what they need to do in general. The interns are here. They still don't know that. You can use this day to educate them. Where to go? Okay, you review your plan, you give feedback, you know what you're good, what we need to work on. You got education, now what? Now what are actions you're gonna go? Where you need to go? Okay, literally, what are the next steps until the end of the project? So everybody understand where they are, what they're supposed to be doing, and how they're gonna do it. Okay? And then you go back to working, and then in January, on the end of Jan, when the project is almost done, I know some projects still goes into Fab, but your term as project manager is almost over, and your members will probably be applying for other positions and being relocated. So you can have a financing days, which is to wrap up the experience. What happened with us in Isaac is it's a platform to develop leadership, but we never actually stop to think if you are developing or not. If you are actually doing that, we're just doing our job day to day because we are told to do it, and then no one told it different. So what happens usually is someone leaves Isaac, and after 10 years, 20 years, they actually realize what they learned in Isaac. And it's, oh, it actually helped me. But that's not what we want as an organization. We want people to end each and every experience understanding what they developed, they went through, and what they still need to develop, and where they want to go. And that's why you do a financing days as a team. So you, as a project manager, understand, okay, this is the end. This project is over. My role as a project manager of World the City, Action and Reaction, OGCGP, OJP, it's over. I'm going to move to the next step in my experience, Isaac. It's also over for my members, and on this case, it will be over also for your VPs. So you do evaluation again, overall of the term, was good, was not good, what the next VP and his team should improve on, what they should continue doing it. Feedback 360 is a dynamic where everyone gives a feedback to everyone in the team more deeply than the first one. Transition, so you all gonna have already your next VP elect, and hopefully the next project manager, which will take over the project. So transition, tell them you should be doing this, I know you personally, so you should take care of this personal development. You should do it here. This you should guys continue doing it. This stop. Tell them. Let's start doing a good transition in Isaac. So the next team doesn't have to build everything again from the start. Okay, so it can actually grow on with the work of each generation that comes. And then to finalize, we have a reflection moment to make all of you, not just your members, but you also, to understand what happened during these next 4 months. Did you guys develop something? What did you learn? What did you still not learning, and you still need to stay in Isaac, or are gonna leave Isaac because you feel like you're done with your experience? And then just a close activity to just feel like it's over. And that's the team moments as official, okay? Why I'm telling you this, the responsible for tracking is the PTM, for booking is your VP of virtual functional, but you should be tracking them to make sure it's happening, because it is important. Team that goes through these 3 events, they build up a trust between them, they deliver better results, they have a better experience because they enjoy what they're doing. They feel connected to the people. You're not just someone that come to a meeting, they have to call, go to consultancy or whatever. They actually become friends, but they also work together. So not just one on another, it's both. Okay? And these agendas, these follow-ups, is just a suggestion that me and the other VPTMs on the summit will build up together. So you guys can create on top of it. Okay? Oops, I keep trying to move. Other moments as a team that you guys are responsible for. Team meetings. It's not just you and the project manager, it's the whole department, but also you and your members. So it should be weekly, not more than 1 hour a week, guys. Meetings that last more than 1 hour, they are proven to not be productive because people cannot have this same energy to pay attention to what you're saying in more than 1 hour, okay? So having meetings, focus right to the point without going on and on about the same project. Try to look always for next steps and action you can actually take, okay? So this should be, as I say, every week, usually the same time at the same hour, so everybody can put it out on their agenda. Book that time for team meetings of ISEX, team meeting of OJX, or OTGP or OJP. This line here is also a suggestion. So we start with informal, because yes, you guys work together, but sometimes you don't see each other during the week, just on this moment. So try to catch up with life outside of Isaac, because yes, it does exist. Some people, they think it doesn't, but you can have a life inside and outside of Isaac. So try to catch up with your members to see how they're doing it, and then go to work. So review what happened last week on each project, what they're doing, how it was done. Now, where to go? Why we say that to do both projects at the same time? Because no, your members are not going to be working for the other project, they're going to be working for yours, but you can help each other. Because you probably you're going through the same process. Different project, but the same fuck-ups, the same learnings, the same process and everything. So you can help each other with things you already learned or already tried, okay? And then at the end, you should have a time with just your members. To track they are mandatory for all members. Team meetings, everything. So if your member is not going, he needs to have a good excuse for not being there. And you guys also, okay? You also need to be there. And if you are not, you need to have a good reason for not being there. Questions? Someone open the mic.
I have a question. What do you suggest? How should you? What should you do if a team member of yours just doesn't respect the times for the meetings? Like either they're always late or they don't show up, but then you are not strict enough to say something right to their face. Like how should you deal with this? I don't know.
Okay. First thing, they all should know what are the membership criteria in Isaac Croatia. So which means is, to be a member of Isaac, it's part of your obligation is being on these meetings. And on the compendium is list all the meetings they should attend and what are the excuses they can have for not being there and who they should talk to. Okay? If they're not, they don't have any of those valid excuse, let's say, and they're missing meetings, they're not being on time. Missing meetings, more than 2 in a row, they go on probation. Okay? So they go on a week of probation where they need to do certain tasks, and if they don't, they are dismissed as a member of ISAC. Second, being late or just miss one meeting after they come back, you need to talk to them. And I'm gonna go on how you're gonna be able to connect with your members to make sure they respect you on the coaching part. But just to get an idea, it's part of your development as a leader to tough up a little bit. So if you feel like you are not able to tell on their face that they're doing something wrong, or to call their attention, you start doing smaller steps. Okay, that's how you build a behavior. So the first time he's late, send an email or something official, communicate. You cannot be late. These are membership criteria you should be doing. If you cannot do it on his face, he continues being late. Call him for a meeting. I know it's hard. It's hard in the beginning. If you don't feel like you should be doing it, if you don't feel like he respects you, but show him that you are the leader of the team. And if he's not complying with the criteria to be a member of ISAC and a member of your team, then there's no space for him in ISAC. I know it seems harsh, than being too mean, but guys, ISAC, it's for everyone, okay? But not everyone is ready to be in ISAC. Being that say, it is a volunteer work, but it's not charity. So it's not something you do when you feel like it, or when you have a spare time. If you apply to become a member of ISAC, and you got understand of all the membership criteria and everything that means being an ISACer, and you're not doing that, then you should not be in the organization right now. If you don't want to improve yourself, then you should not be here. And your role as a member is to see that. Not to give up on the members, because some people just need a little bit more push to start developing, start engaging, but also know, and you need to be tough and sit down with your members and say, okay, why you're here? If you don't want to go to the meetings, if you don't want to work, if you want to be late to everything, why are you here? You're not gonna, if you're just because of the parties or the friend or the fun part, you're gonna still have that, but not being work. Second thing, most people that are late to meetings or they don't attend meetings is because they don't think they're relevant. But not just that, if they don't do their jobs because they don't think it's relevant, it's not important. Who is to blame? Both parts, the leaders and the members. The leaders, in case you guys, your VPs, is because you're responsible to show them that their work in ISAC is really relevant. That we're not here just because we think it's funny to be in this organization where there's a lot of slangs and people talk of different things and we dance and all the stuff. We are here because we believe in something, because we want to develop ourselves, and also because we want to help our society. Because we have all that why of ISAC, peace and fulfillment, humankind potentials, because we want to develop young leaders and all of that. So they need to feel that connection with the organization, and they want to understand, okay, if I don't go to this meeting, someone will be losing. Be an intern that didn't get the answer, the reply to be matched, or a school that didn't get the telephone that was supposed to sign the contract. And then kids are not going to get interns. I'm going very dramatic here, but this happens because people don't take seriously their work in ISAC. So first, it starts with you guys. You now are product managers, which means you are the solely responsible for this product. If it fails, if it doesn't fail. And if you want your members to also have this feeling, you should show them that you have full compromise with this to make it see through until the end and to make it be successful. Doesn't mean that you guys are not going to make mistakes. You will. I'm telling you, you will make mistakes, but you're going to learn from them. The difference between teams in ISAC that succeed and the ones that doesn't is because the ones that fail and give up and say, okay, I don't care anymore, why I'm giving my time to the organization, I'm not being paid, I have better things to do, I'm leaving. Those teams, they don't learn anything. Or maybe they are going to learn, but in 20, 30 years. The teams that actually, okay, we fail, the project didn't happen, for example. what we learn from that, what you're going to improve the next project. Those are learning, and those are actually contribute to something. Okay? I don't know if I answered your question, but there's no magic formula, guys. It's just a lot of communication with your members, and make sure they have this connection with the organization, and they understand why they're here. That this is not just a fun time, they can do it. Okay? Did I answer or not? Guys?
Yes, thank you. Sorry, it took me some time to unmute the mic.
Okay.
Yes, thanks.
Going on then. You guys are gonna have team leaders meeting, which means it's gonna just be you, the other project manager of the function, and the VP. That's it. This meeting is solely, there's no fluffy part, there's no how you guys are doing it, like it's evaluation strategies, what's happening. You as project managers is, as I say, you are responsible for this project to happen. So you together with the VP should know what's going on, what your members, each member is doing, if they're good, they're not good, what's lacking, where you're gonna go. So you can downscale that to your members. Because remember, they are newbies. They don't have the same ability as holistic view of the big picture, understand of organization, understand of projects as you guys do. And if you feel like, oh wait, but I also don't do it, you're gonna learn. But because you're along in Isaac, you're gonna be faster for you, not to them. Okay? So these meetings, if they're not happening, ask your VP, why are we not having team leaders? It's important for your experience as a leader, and also to make sure your projects are in the right path. Okay? This meeting, there's no members, okay? It's just the leadership body. And then there's LC meetings. You guys don't have much. This is more attending and make sure members are there, because the moment always LC can come together, and you can see members of others departments that you don't usually see. Okay? The only thing I ask you here is to make sure members are attending, and if you don't feel like it's being relevant, tell your EB that something is going wrong. Okay? Because it should be a really important moment, and 1 hour a day that you guys can come a week, sorry, and be together as LC and work together as one LC, not different departments. Okay? So this team part, as project managers, as a leader, your role is to make sure they're happening, all these events, all these meetings, but also that your members, let's say, feel part of it, feel they're relevant. Okay? Then we have the training part. You are going to deliver, together with your VP, a functional induction to your newbies. Okay? The material for this is already has a whole material. I sent to VPTMs. They're gonna send to you guys. There's a whole model of what should be said, the flow, agenda, and everything. What I need you guys to understand is we are already end of October. We are late on operation timeline, which means the members, they don't have a month to learn how to match people, how to use Expa, Podio, how to sell. They have a week. Of course, not going to be perfect by the end of the week, but at the end of 1 week after LTS, they should understand the whole process and feel comfortable enough to do the basic jobs, okay? So you and your VP are responsible to deliver this education. And also, as in Isaac, is learn by doing. So make sure they are practicing whatever you gotta teach them. Just don't, one suggestion is just not tell them, you go to the school to sell. Go together the first time, let him see how you're doing it, let him do it, and give you feedback. For example, calls. Know something simple, but some people don't know how to make an efficient call that will give you a meeting. So do the first call in front of him, and then tell him to do the call, and then give feedback. on the same time until he feels comfortable that he can do it without you by his side. Okay? This is just an idea. Just make sure the first week you are there for your members so they can get as much knowledge as possible. So you can also count on them to do their jobs without being stressful that they're not going to do it because they don't know shit. Okay? And then, during the whole next 4 months, if you feel like something is missing, they're not doing something, don't feel afraid to stop. Okay, we need to educate them again on how to do this because they didn't learn. Do it. Don't let the time pass just because there's a lot of things going on. There will be a lot more if you don't actually educate them to do their jobs. Okay? Now, until now, I hope you guys all understand the importance of it and how to do it. And there was a lot of questions. I think you guys gasped it. The thing is, in my experience doing Isaac, most of the people, when I was coach them or talk to them, what was the most difficult thing to do it in team management was 2 things: tracking and coaching. So I really want you guys to pay attention now. Tracking is not something out of this world. You guys all are tracked by your VPs, by your previous project managers, middle managers. And the importance of it is, if you do not track your members, how are you gonna know what you guys doing, what you're supposed to be doing? So the different thing is, people understand the importance of it and how to do it, but each member is different, okay? Which means is, if you don't know your members, for example, let's say you have 3 members, member A, B, C. If you don't know each one of them personally, you probably won't be able to have effective tracking. What I mean by that? Most people, they're not the same profile, and you're not going to get the same profile of people on your team. So let's say member A likes to be tracked by email, member B by WhatsApp, and member C by calling. So if you do all of them by email, member A will deliver, B, C won't, because he doesn't like that way. It's not effective for him. He doesn't feel like he's accountable by email. So you as a leader needs to understand, get to know your members, so you can actually properly track them in the best way. So adapt, guys, okay? Some things should be the same process for everyone. Other things you need to personalize for each member, and track is one of them. I don't mean you need to have a tracking tool for each member. That would be crazy. Have just one tracking tool for everyone. But the way where you put who is doing what, the deadline, evaluation of it, feedback, all of that. But how are we going to track it during the week? Let's say you give the job on Monday for Friday. During this time span, how do you track them? Most people, if you just give the job on Monday, when they arrive to Friday, the job is not done. Especially newbies. Okay? You need to track them during the week. And also because sometimes they don't deliver, not because they don't want it, but because they didn't know how to do it. So on tracking, whatever it is, email, call, WhatsApp, Facebook, meetings, whatever you guys agree on, needs to happen during the week. And again, not the same process for everyone. Some members you need to meet once a week after you give the job. Others, twice a week. I had a member that I need to track him every day. I had to send a WhatsApp message to him. Hey, how are you doing? How was the job? Have you had any difficulty so far? Do you need help? I had a VP. She had to track his member every hour, and I'm not joking. Of course, she was crazy, so you probably won't have to do that. But learn, what I would say is learn how your member work and try to adapt to that, okay? Other than that, it's important to put this data somewhere. So I know people don't like track tools, think they're boring or whatever. Without this, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna come Jan, you're not gonna know which interns are coming, from where, what time they're arriving, who is responsible for what. It will be a madness. So have a tracking tool so you know which member is doing what, which week, they also can check, okay, I was supposed to be doing this. Am I doing this or not? Okay? It's a way to make sure they are clear what their jobs for that week. Questions? No questions? Okay. Then, feedback and evaluation. So feedback, as I said before, is really important, Isaac, and it's about how you feel and should always be constructive, okay? So it's something personal. It's how you feel towards that member or how he feels towards you. Evaluation, no. Evaluation is based on data. So let's say the member was supposed to call 10 people to make an appointment for OCGP. You call the 10 people, so great. You feedback to him. You say, yeah, okay, you did it. Congratulations, you're an amazing member. But from these 10 calls, no one signed a contract. So his performance is not good. So the evaluation based on the data that from 10 calls, there were 0 contracts, something's wrong. He did his job, but the quality was not good. There was no delivery, there's no productivity. And that's where the evaluation comes, and then okay, why that happened? Because he's not motivated, because he did learning. Then you go from there on, okay? So that's the difference between feedback and evaluation. It should be happening every week. Feedback, if you see something wrong or good, tell them. Evaluation, after each task he does, evaluate his job. We are in Isaac to develop ourselves. If you don't know if you're doing right or wrong, how are we going to develop? Okay? And then there is coaching. I will go through that in 1 second, so don't worry. And the last reflection is I go together with coaching, and then transition, which means by the end of your project, when everything is almost done, and you have your successor, tell him everything. Tell this, I'm telling you guys. Tell whatever you learned during your term, all the fuck-ups, all the good practices, everything. How to manage people, how to work with the VP, how to work in Isaac, all of it. All the material you have, all the applications, all the tracking tools, all, okay? So he'll be ready to start working. We have a huge problem in Isaac. We always are trying to reinvent the wheel. So you're always trying to do the same thing some other people already did it without knowing if it was successful or not, without learning from the mistakes. Especially here in our entity. Come year after year, we keep doing that. So let's start by you guys for the next project. Make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay? So questions about this? It's very clear all these steps of team management and why they're called team management steps. We just say, yay. Do you guys feel prepared to do it? What are your questions about it? Kind of? Okay. Why kind of?
No, I'm joking. I'm prepared to do it. I'm prepared to do it. I'm just wondering how many members I will have after the recruitment. So it changes a lot because I know that because I was the only member of my project coordinator that we have here in Pula. So it was only, we had a very, like, I was very, very special. So I had special treatment. I wasn't treated like this, like according to a system. So it will be, it is, I mean, I already have some experience with this, but I'm still unexperienced. So let's see how that goes.
Okay, guys, don't worry about making mistakes or not knowing how to do it or don't have experience. That's part of Isaac. And then I'm telling you for my own experience. My first time I was product manager was Chile. I had 6 members. I only worked with one of them because I wasn't trust one. I didn't trust the rest. And after 2 years, I was in the LC, I was a VP then. Someone come up in the LC, in the office. I treat like I thought it was some client or something. And then the girl looked at me and say, "Hey, Anna, how are you?" Like, shit, she knows me. Where does she knows me from? Turned out she was one of my members. And I didn't remember her. That happens. So just learn for that, okay? Learn that you need to connect your members, you need to remember them. You need to try to do all these steps. I know they sound simple, or maybe they sound useful, not useful, but they are. During the whole ISAC experience, and not just in ISAC, I talked to people outside of the organization, CEOs, managers for all different companies. They do this. They don't call each one of the steps. They just do because it makes sense for them. And then because ISAC is a place to learn, we just make it in a process way so we know which one of them we're supposed to be doing and where we're making mistakes, okay? Can I go to the coaching and we'll be done? It's fast, I promise. I know it's already late, but I will send these materials to you guys, okay? Can you see my screen? Yes. I just gonna change this to the next one. Can you all see it? Oh, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. I know I talk a lot about getting to know your members, understand them, and then you be able to work with them, which is not easy to do. Doesn't matter how long you're in the organization, even when you leave an organization, you are always going to be trying to learn how to read people. Some ones are better at that, so others are just not. But our best way to do it in ISAC is through coach. Okay, and then I know there's two things about coaching you need to understand before you go on. First, it's not the coaching, the professional coaching we see outside of ISAC. That's something completely different. Here in ISAC is a process to help people to achieve what they want to develop in the organization, okay? It's a tool we use in team management to get to know your members and also to make sure they are developing themselves in the organization. Oops, this is also for VP, so what is your role as a PM for this? As a leader, as I say, you're responsible for their development. So you're the one that should be getting to know your members. Some last semester or the year before, some LCs here, their coaching was delivered by someone outside, like alumnus or something, or other members, not the direct leader, not the PM, not the VP. But that doesn't work because those people are not directly working with the members. So you will be coaching your members, and your VP will be coaching you. Okay? He's not going to coach your members, and you're not going to coach some other people members, just your members. So yeah, if you have 5 members, you're going to have to do 5 coaches. Okay? But I know when the first time I heard about coach, I was like, okay, I can do this. And then people told me how I do it. You do questions. And that's like, yeah, that doesn't make any freaking sense to me. How am I going to just do a whole session about questions, just asking questions? You cannot give answers. But the important thing you need to understand is you're doing coach so you can understand this member and how to work more effectively with him. Okay? Also to understand why he's ISAC and how you can help him achieve those goals. And when they help them get to be a young leader, as is our whole in ISAC. So when you get all of that, you're gonna have your project working, members with high performance, members stay in the organization because they understand why they are here. And this also helps you when you're receiving your coach to understand why you're still in ISAC, where you're gonna go, and through coaching, you're gonna get outputs on how to better manage your member and develop those skills that all companies in the world are asking for young people, and we don't have it. Okay? So basically, you need to do 3 coachings during the term. So the first one, you get your members now, book a day, 1 hour, can be a coffee, can be whatever, a lunch, where you're gonna do get to know your members. Why they're in Isaac, what they want to develop, what he wants to do in life, all the stuff. It's not a meeting, a conversation where you both are gonna be asking questions. No. It's a moment for you to get to know them. Okay? Then this, let's say, is end of October, end of November, beginning of December, you should do the second coaching. Whatever you plan, you learn on the first one. Whatever were his goals for development, professional and personal, how are they doing? Are they being achieved or not? Did he change his goals? Okay. One thing it's really important is maybe those goals that have nothing to do with his day-to-day life, as in work in Isaac. So is your role as a program manager to give him tasks, not just the one he's supposed to be doing, but help him to achieve something else that can help him get there where he wants. For example, let's say a member say he wants to develop his public speaking, but his day-to-day job in Isaac is call people and send emails or match people or talk to interns. That is public speaking, but not actually you're not talking to audience. So motivate your member to go to schools or to be FACI in local conference or speak up in LC meetings. Those little things that can help him develop whatever he told you, the first coach that he wanted. So try to align his goals with his job in Isaac, okay? Going on the second one, then you review this. On the third one is the last one. So again, it's kind of the same flow as the team buildings. First team building to get to know, second 10 days, evaluation. 10 days or final 10 days, you also have the final coaching. They are not together, okay? They don't happen at the same time, the same day. It's just so you guys understand that they all have the same flow. One's for the team, another for the member. On the third one, you evaluate all the points that were supposed to be developed, whether achieved it or not, what is still missing, how was the XP itself, and where he wants to go next. So if you want to apply for a project manager position, if he's going to stay in Isaac, he's going to change functional, he's going to leave Isaac. Outside, he's going to stay, graduate, not graduate, travel, all that. Try to connect his life inside and outside of the organization, okay? But then this seems all very nice, but then people remind yourself, I should be doing this just by asking questions, because you cannot put your opinion, what you think your member should be developing on this part. It's what he wants. And then, because sometimes people are not able to realize by themselves, we're having coaching. So, simple as it is, asking is the way to go. You are just going to do these coachings, and you're going to make sure he understands what he needs to develop, not what you want him to develop. And some powerful questions you can ask is, who are you? Why you join Isaac? What you like to do? Why? Which one do you want to develop? For what? Which are your strong abilities? Where you want to go? Why did you want to come to this functional department? Why are you still in Isaac? Which are the steps to achieve your goal? These are just some examples of questions that make people think about their experience they develop. Tips. When you ask a question and the member just say yes or no, it kind of gets hard to you to keep up with the coach. One thing is that something most people know, if you keep quiet, make the question, stay quiet. After he answers and you still don't think is enough, if you don't say anything, the brain of the member itself, the subconscious, will think, okay, that was not a good answer. I need to keep talking. We use this on the interviews for the newbies, and this works. Okay. These are just questions. You don't need to do all of them. You can do none of them. It's just ideas of questions that helps you to get answers. Other thing, how to prepare for a coach. Just don't go there. Say, okay, so I know these questions. I decorate all the questions Anna showed on the slide. You sit down with him for a coffee and then you start just shooting out those questions. without knowing where you're going. And then you remember going to say something and you wait. That doesn't align with my next question. Because you never know where the coach is going to go. The member can tell you something totally different than you, okay, now I don't know how to go from here. Before going there, prepare yourself. Okay, I need him, and this coach is for, the first coach is to get to know him. So I need to leave this coaching knowing how to track him, why he wants to be here, how to work with him. Make a few questions that will give this, you hope will give these answers, but know the flow and know that whatever he throws at you, you need to prepare to come up with new questions during the coach, okay? And leave each one of them with clear goals and deadlines. What do I mean by this? Okay, so you want to develop soft skills or how to talk to people physically. By when do you want this to be developed? By the middle of the project, by the end of the project, by the middle, okay. So by end of November, you should be able to do this. And you're gonna evaluate, and I'm gonna help you with that. It's clear, guys. Remember, I cannot see you, I cannot see the chat, so speak up. Don't be afraid.
Yep, it's clear.
Okay. If you never did, who here have ever done coach? Who has received coach?
Anna, sorry, is your question who has ever had a coach?
Who has ever had a coach and who has already done a coach? Has done a coach with some other member?
I had to be a coach in my NST, during the NST role. So I had to be a coach to 6 other people.
Okay. And how do you feel about it?
It's difficult, especially because it's a different situation because each of the members live in a different city, in a different part of Croatia. So I have tried to meet everybody physically, but then only 2 of them could come. So it's quite difficult, but I'm trying to substitute that by meetings on Skype and WhatsApp and online. Still, it's hard to catch up with everybody sometimes. But it's good. It's good experience, yes.
Okay. And the rest of you guys, have you ever received coach or done coaching? I'll take this as a no. As Vita said, it is difficult. You need to adapt. You're gonna say something? Mariana? Okay. Don't expect for your first coach to be amazing or just, I mean, I'm not telling you you're gonna fail, but just don't go thinking, oh my God, I need to be perfect. It's something you also learn, okay? I have been doing coaching for the past 4 years and I still think I'm not good at it. And I still think I have to improve something. But with every coach you do, you improve a little bit, you learn something new, you learn some new questions, some new way to do it, okay? But to make things easier and simpler, that's this. Can you guys see this?
The tree of simplicity.
Can you see when I move it? Or you gotta see just freeze? Okay. This tree, the first time I saw it was last year. And to me, it was like, oh my God, this makes so much more sense. Now it's more clear to me how to manage my team. Okay, and that's how I want to finish the night with you guys. This is a little path, a map on how to manage your team every day. Okay, so let's start. You have team JD. Okay, so you have your JD, your members understand it, they know what you expect of them. You give a task every week. And then you do tracking as we talk about it. There's 3 different outcomes of tracking. There's the members that didn't work, okay, because they need education. So it's not because they didn't want to do it, but because they didn't know how to do it, or they did but with not great results. You, as a leader, you give feedback, evaluation, give them training. So after training, you give a new task, and you track again. Okay? Then there are the members that didn't work because they didn't want to, which are the ghost members. The ones that are in Isaac, but they actually do shit. They're just in Isaac to say they're in Isaac and can put on the CV. We don't want those people like this. We want people that work in the organization. So you give feedback to them and you do coach. So yes, we have minimum three coaches, but if you feel like someone needs a little bit more, book another coach to talk to them. And then you have two results. If after the coach it works, he's going to start working. So you give a new task and you track him again. But there are those members that doesn't work. So even after the coach, they're still not connected to the organization, or there's no effect, they're still not working. So the thing is, even after putting probation, 1 week, they're not give a shit. You're going to dismiss this member, okay? Because he's not ready to be in Isaac. And then, of course, we have the members that they do it. You give the task, you track them, you do it. They have the great results. So you give feedback again, evaluation, and a new task. The idea of this is that all the members, they become these great results, and then they become members that are working, their development, and they become young leaders. This is the tree of simplicity. It's a simple way for you to know how to manage your team, what you're supposed to be, like where to go from each thing. Is clear? You guys
Yes.
agree? Do you guys agree with this?
Yeah.
Don't agree with this? You guys understood?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes, we understood everything.
Okay, let me stop this. I know it's already late. It's supposed to be 1 hour. The only thing I want you guys to, I know it's a lot of talking and then can see a little bit boring, but the thing is, it's a lot of practicing. And why I'm doing this to make sure that you guys understand at least the process. And from now on, it's practicing. It's learning by doing it. Okay? Just don't decide not to do one of these because you don't see, because you have 1,000 things to do in your project, people to call, with peers to match, and then you don't feel like you need to manage your team. It's part of your JD to make sure this is happening, that these members are developed. It's part of your learning. And it's not an extra job. It's not something besides your job as project manager. If you don't do this, your members are not going to work, and then you're not going to be able to deliver anything. So you're going to be doing more jobs because you're not going to be able to trust your members, and then they're going to leave the organization, and they're going to talk bad about Isaac, and then you're the responsible for it. Sorry to say it. So this role is not something light. It's not just if you want to leave, you can leave. I hope you guys understand that you are responsible for the project until the end, and responsible for the development and the learning of your members. If you have any questions, because I'm probably going to have doing the work, talk to your VPTM. You guys can talk to me. Anna, I didn't understand this, or I have this question, I have this problem. I can help you guys also. Your VPTM can help you. Your VP of your department can help you. Just don't do it because you don't know how or because you don't see the importance. Okay? Last, before you go, because this live is only 1 hour and a half, so it's only have 10 minutes. Do you guys have any question? Anything do you want to say, share before we say goodbye?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
You'll share all of this with us, right?
Yes, I will.
I want to say that this tree of simplicity, it's really nice to have it visualized like that, because it really does seem more simple than when you have it just in your head, a lot of words, etc. It's nice to see a simple drawing
Yeah, I
of
agree.
it.
imagine I'm in the organization for 4 years and a half now. I only found out about that last year. So like, oh my God, where are you doing my own other projects I was managing? So it does really help you to map out what you're supposed to be doing. So guys, thank you for your time. I know we probably had other things to be doing, but you're all here. So I really thank you. These will be records, so you can always watch it wherever you feel like it. And then I will also share with the people that will not be able to be here tonight. Hope you guys understood. If you have any questions, talk to me if you guys like it. And then see you all. People from Varginha will be going to LTS. The others on WLDC. Hope to see all of you there, please. The conference will be amazing. So see you in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, yeah, something like that. 1 month actually. Yes. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you, Alessia.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Good night.
Bye.